It's the Wolfman, baby. I'm going to tell you a story about the early days of rock and roll. Nobody knows for certain when or where it came about. Some cool cats were raising the curtain on something new, making people jump and shout. Bill Haley orbited the clock. Muddy Waters said the blues gave birth. Sam Phillips nurtured the newborn with rock. A Tupelo boy was about to shake up the earth. Curling his lips and shaking his hips, little Richard sang about a gal named Daisy. Older folks couldn't come to grips. The country's youth was going crazy. Carl Perkins loaned a pair of blue suede shoes. Scotty Moore rode shotgun with his guitar. Jerry Lewis was tearing up pianos, paying his dues. Alan Freed was making himself a star. Buddy Holly was rising to the top, a streaking comet that left too soon. Debunkers cried, "This has got to stop," yet the girls began to swoon. Richie Valens will forever be 17. The Big Bopper just loved that Chantilly lace. Gene Vincent left soon after making the scene. Eddie Cochran caught on, then he left this place. Records sold like never before. Alarms sounded, but threatened town criers. Records were broken, laying on the floor. Many more were thrown into big bonfires. Jubilation and tribulation were at a fever pitch. Some people were mad and feeling scrappy. Tough going for the new sound, catching a niche. Folks, Fats Domino said, "It just makes me feel happy." Some said it was the devil's spawn. It was corrupting and eroding the moral fiber. The beginning of a new dawn. Money was given to many a DJ briber. Chuck Berry was duck walking across the USA. Dick Clark spread the word on bandstand. Berry wannabes were inspired to play like a wild prairie fire spread across the land. New artists were rising from Sun Studios. Momentum was building. It's not slowing down. Around the world, people were tapping their toes. The sound was spreading from town to town. Some blended with hillbilly. Mr. Ray was the missing link. Dorsey Brothers turned it into rockabilly. The world of music was on the brink. They tried to slow the movement's speed by drafting the king into the army. They underestimated the kingman's need. He said, "You ain't seen the last of me." The sound was moving in many directions. Electrified fenders were ringing ears. Songs were becoming audio infections, adding to the naysayers' frantic fears. Time would tell it would never die. More than a choice, there was a deep down feeling. Couldn't explain to non-believers, no need to try. No stopping it now, it was through the ceiling. Wasn't easy revealing rock and roll to the world. Invigorating to some, to others extremely stressful. They didn't succeed defeating it with noses curled. Those who love it were happy they were unsuccessful.